Okay, nothing made sense. Who do you think did this? Mark asked. I don't know, Karate Man. It don't add up. I was thinking the same thing. Why don't you go get George and the kid? I'll look around here for clues, and we'll see if we can figure this out. You got it, Gunny. Mark trotted back out to the truck. George and Alex visibly relaxed when Mark waved them in. When George had pulled the truck through the gate, he stopped to let Mark get in. He climbed onto the bumper and they drove up to the house, where Gunny was looking in the grass around the biggest trees. What are you looking for, Gunny? Alex asked. Someone threw a bunch of shots at the house, but there's almost no empty cartridge cases out here. I've only found 2 so far. None in the house either. What does that tell you? The old man answered the question with one of his own. That whoever did this is picking up their brass to cover their tracks, or to reload, or maybe both. That's what I was thinking. Help me scout around and see if we can find some more. The 4 of them spent the next 30 minutes looking for empty cases. When they got together, the results of their search had only produced 21 empties. Looking at the impact marks in the brick, how many shots would you all say was fired at the house? Gunny asked, sounding like a trial lawyer. Hundreds, George answered. Thousands, Mark said, with Alex nodding his head. I would say at least 1,000, Gunny said, and that's just what was going in. Yet we can only find 21 empty cases. Somebody was real thorough cleaning up. I found some pretty good signs that they took at least a few casualties, but the bodies are gone. If it was the military, they would have taken the bodies, but not the brass. MZBs might be smart enough to pick up their brass, but why would they haul the bodies off? And where are the Watsons? If they had got taken to a camp or to jail, that would explain it. But what else would? Maybe they got overwhelmed and ran away, Alex suggested. Maybe, but from the size of some of the bloodstains inside, it looked like some of them were probably killed. What happened to them? They didn't run away. Perhaps the others came back and buried them after the MZBs left, George said. Maybe they knew they were going to be attacked and the women and children left before the battle and took the tents and stuff with them. And if the MZBs picked up their brass so as not to leave any evidence, wouldn't they have taken their dead for the same reason? That makes the most sense so far. But I just don't see your run-of-the-mill MZB covering their tracks like that, Gunny argued. Let's look at the evidence we have. Gunny set the cartridge cases on the hood of the truck. What do y'all notice about these? They're mostly rifle cases? Alex asked, trying a little too hard for Mark's taste. Yes, but what else? They're all military. Most are NATO rounds, but a couple of them are 7.62 by 39 that are used in AKs and SKSs like we bought from Jerry and Tony, Mark stated. What about this one? Gunny asked, handing Mark what the younger man thought was a 9mm. Mark took it and looked at the head stamp. It read RP 40 S&W. This is a police round, he said. At least most of the police departments I know of around here use it. I don't think the military has ever used it. And look at this one. Mark took a piece of rifle brass from the old Marine. Why is it striped? Alex asked. The case had several black stripes running along its length. That was my question, Gunny responded. Look at the head stamp. It says LC-63. That stands for Lake City Armory. It's where a lot of our ammo for the military is made. Comes from, or at least used to. The 63 stands for 1963 when it was made. But I've never seen one striped like that. Me neither, Mark added. Maybe some kind of reloading marks? Jim will know what it is. We'll ask him when we get back. He took a breath as he looked at all of the 21 empty cases. What jumps out at me about this is, while it's almost all military brass, it's not all our militaries, which would point to MZBs. But with the exception of the group the other night, who all had AKs, we haven't seen a group that didn't have strictly civilian caliber rifles like 30-30s and 343s. Gunny nodded his head. I would tend to agree with you, Karate Man, but maybe we just didn't find any brass for them. Bolt and lever action rifles would put the brass in an easier to pick up pile than a semi or full auto would. Maybe they had some civvy rifles and they picked up all the brass for them. Either way, it looks like an organized group, but not military. That leads me to my next question. Why would a well-armed group attack here? What did the Watsons have that would make someone spend thousands of rounds of ammo to get? He asked like he already knew the answer. That's easy, Alex answered. They wanted the guns. Maybe, Gunny said, trying to let the kid down easy, but they already have guns, lots of them, and it's not that hard to get more. They wanted the food in the RVs, George said. That's why the house is cleaned out and the trailers are gone. Could be, Gunny answered, but I think it was something else, and those were just a bonus, or maybe you were right before and the Watsons knew they were going to be attacked, and they moved that stuff before the MZBs got here. Ammo, Mark blurted. They wanted the ammo. What good are guns without ammo? Bingo. That's the answer I was looking for.